Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm here today to just do a little walkthrough really of this deck, the Creatures Tarot, or Creatures Tarot. It's not the, is it? It's Creatures Tarot. You've probably seen this on my channel before now. I showed it in my sort of what have I been up to video, and I did a reading with it the other day as well, and I'm really enjoying it. But somebody had asked if I would do a proper walkthrough of this deck, and I think it deserves it really. It's from the Wootique in London, the website The Wootique in London, and it's by sarahkathleen.co.uk. It just says a simple, human-free, thoughtfully designed tarot deck, and it is. It's really very cute. You only get this little guidebook with it. Not a lot of information, but to me it's enough, to be honest. It says this simple booklet can help you uncover the basic traditional themes of each tarot card and gently help you on your journey. It's very easy to spend our energy on research rather than reflection. And do you know how true that is? It's much easier to research things, isn't it? To search and look and, yeah, to look for ideas and things than it is to reflect on the things that we've already used or done. It's very easy to find ourselves leaning heavily on outside resources and listening to other people's voices first, while considering our own inner voice as an afterthought, if at all. And this is why my deck is simple. This is why the booklet is short. It is my hope that the simplicity will strengthen your trust in your intuition and help you bring your own personal story into your practice. And you know, I think that that's true in just my using of this deck already. It has just enough information to trigger your intuition and imagination, but it doesn't overload you with imagery. Our own lived experiences, our own emotional baggage and our own unique spirits will want space at the table when working with something like tarot. Despite holding to the core meanings and traditions, I do sometimes stray significantly from traditional imagery. For instance, my death card uses mushrooms to represent the nourishing regrowth that comes from the end of a life cycle. It reminds us that the end is just another beginning. And my Six of Pentacles removes the imagery of begging, which is seen in traditional imagery, and replaces it with a different perspective on what finding that balance in your finances might mean. On her website there are several blog posts reflecting at length on some of the changes that she's made to the cards. I might well have a look at that at some point, and then all we literally get is just a couple of lines really for each card. And there are a couple of bonus cards which I will get to with this deck. Excuse me, I'm just going to pause because my cat wants to come in. There, so I'm back. My cat has just come in. I had to get him in actually because he was upsetting the birds out there again. This is an occupational hazard of having a cat, isn't it? Upsetting the birds. So yeah, so let's have a look through the cards. I have put them all back in order so that I can show you. That's the beautiful backs. They're nice cards. They shuffle really nicely. They're not the best card stock in the world, but actually they're really nice. I do like them very much. They fit nicely in my hand. They shuffle well. I think they're pretty cool. So, as I said, they're creatures. There's no people in these decks at all. And as you can see, there's not a lot in these cards. But there's enough, isn't there? And I just find it quite amazing, really, that the creatures don't have any facial expressions at all other than their eyes. And yet, even from that, you can tell a lot about the emotional state of this card. I think it's a really, really clever deck. I mean, look at this, look. That's such a cool card. I think this is my favourite card in the deck, actually, the Strength card. I just love that he's just sat up there on this mountain all alone, just shining his own light, really. Absorbing all the heat of the sun, shining his own light, just radiating it all out. I think that's just lovely. The Hermit in the tree, hiding in the tree, high up in the tree to get a different perspective on life. The Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, the Hanged Man. It's more like a bat, isn't it? The Death card with the mushrooms. What did she say about the mushrooms? She said something, didn't she? Let's have a look. The Death card uses mushrooms to represent the nourishing regrowth that comes from the end of a life cycle. It reminds us that the end is just another beginning. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. It's quite a cool card, isn't it? I really like the red angry sky. And the suddenness of which that branch must have broken. The Star, the Moon, and the Sun. Look at those two together. Judgment. These cards are quite dark in their tone, a lot of them, but where you get these splashes of colour, it's really quite nice. So this is one of the two bonus cards, this one here, Belief, and it says, deep confidence in what our heart and mind tell us, personal convictions, and having faith in something. So deep confidence in what our heart and mind tells us, personal convictions, and having faith in something. And it says you can find more information about those bonus cards on her website. So I will probably look those up just to see what that's all about, actually. And the other bonus card is the Journey, which actually came up in my reading the other day. The journey, our personal journey through a situation, our life path, and the ups and downs of everything. I really like that. I think that that's a good sort of overall card, isn't it, for the majors. And then we're into the minors. So the Swords. They're not the most fantastic, you know, if you wanted a deck that you had all sorts of marvellous imagery to look at, it would not be this one. I do think that, you know, the creator of this deck, her intention that the simplicity of it would inspire your own thought processes and your own intuition, I think that that's spot on. I think it really does. As I said, there's enough here because the colour palettes do reflect quite well what you're looking at. These Swords cards. Oh, I mean, look at that one, the Ten of Swords. That is a broken creature, isn't it? Bless. The Knight of Swords, the Queen, and the King. The King, who is actually not a creature, is a bird. Do you know, I hadn't even noticed that so far. Do you see what I mean? There is really enough here. You know, when we look at the Four of Pentacles, he's hanging on to his pentacles even with his upturned feet, isn't he? So you can see the energy of these cards. Five of Pentacles. What did she say about, she said something about the Six of Pentacles as well, didn't she? Let's have a look. The Six of Pentacles removes the imagery of begging, which is seen in traditional imagery, and replaces it with a different perspective on what balancing your finances might mean. So we can see that, can't we? The Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. I do like these pentacle cards. They've got little flowers and bits of grass in there, quite pretty. Queen. And it's funny again, isn't it? The King is the only one that is vaguely resembling something else that might be like a, I don't know, a ram or a, yeah, a sheep, a ram, perhaps. Then we've got the Wands. Six of Wands. All the birds have turned out in celebration of this one, haven't they? Yeah. This one came up yesterday. I very much like this. This is a good card, this. This reads very, very well. The Nine of Wands. The Ten of Wands. The Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands is a dragon. Ew. The beautiful cups. Look at this lovely green one. The Two of Cups. The Three of Cups. The Four of Cups. Oh, and that one as well. You can just feel like the despair in that cup of like, woe. Woe is me. That's a cute card. Eight of Cups, leaving something behind in search of something better. The Nine of Cups, this one just made me feel of like emotional overwhelm, this one did. This came up, yes, in my reading also. The Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, we've actually got a deer, a stag. Yeah. And the King of Cups is an octopus. So there we go. That is the Creatures Tarot. Let me just pull one quickly and just read you some of the keywords. Look, I've got my cards round the wrong way. I do that all the time. Let's just pick one. And then I can read you the keywords, can't I? So the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Let's see what she wrote for that. So, this one here. Winning at all costs and a battle with no winners. That's about right, isn't it? Winning at all costs and a battle with no winners. So there we go. I hope that you enjoyed that little walkthrough of my lovely Creatures tarot deck. I've got a couple of other decks that I got for my birthday that I'm going to do a little walkthrough of, a little first impressions of. So I'll see you again soon. Do say hello. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.